here's what I'm going to say, right? We take risks like all the time. What do you think that, like, when you think of your life, you don't think I'm going to take risks. Like, I'm going to take a risk today. So when do you almost really don't have time to think about risks except in the moment. So can this be a learned behavior, or do you think, I mean, obviously some people are just risk takers and stuff, but like, do you think there's any value in assessing a risk, or do you think it, like, you kind of just have to trust your gut and just kind of go for it? Like, does that make, like...
Makes sense. I think the more you take, the easier it gets. I moved here and I was like wildly insecure, and I had just come out of like a codependent relationship and like literally could not really talk or be comfortable around anyone but like this person.
Damn.
And then I got dumped and I was like, I need to leave. This was before I moved here. And then once I came here, you know, it's like you really only, like, New York is one of those cities where it's like the experience is only made so much by like how much you put into it. Oh, he just doesn't give a fuck. So it's like the more you put in, the more you're gonna get out. So I just kind of found that, like, you know, continue to take risks and I don't know, like, put myself out there, meet new people, get more comfortable being myself and like being weird and wild and fun was just like paying off more than like thinking about what would happen if I if I did that, you know, just like sitting there like ruminating on that forever and ever and like thinking of all the different possibilities, but like actually just going for it. But it pays off way more.
That's dope as fuck, man.
Yeah, dude, that's really happy to hear. And it's funny because I wouldn't see you as someone who is like codependent like that at all.
I know, that's why it's crazy. Yeah.
You know, you said something that's interesting where it risk kind of is a vicious cycle where it's like risk creates change, but change creates risk. Like something changed in your life and then you were like, fuck it. Like, isn't it interesting how, like, we've all had those instances where, like, something changes or something, it's like everybody has their breaking point where something happens and then, you know, it's like you either, life is funny because it's like you either take the risk and then generate the change, or sometimes it's like, I don't know, there's been instances in my life where it's like I feel like the universe is like, all right, time to do something, you know, and then they'll create change and then you'll be like, fuck it. I don't know. Like,
right.
Like, cause like I have had moments of my life where like I could pinpoint the moment. Like I'm just like staring off into space and I'll be like, oh my God, it makes sense. Like I'll just do it. Like, you know what I mean? Like what do you think that is, I don't mean to get too ethereal. Well, no, I do. I'm a hippie. I don't care. Do you think that I believe in like the muse and I believe in the universe and I believe that risk, I believe that change or whatever it is, because I don't know what to call it, but we've all felt it, whatever it is that boils up inside of you that just forces you to take a risk, I think that's the universe trying to talk to you and push you in the direction that you're telling it, right? Like you tell the universe what you want and then you keep working for it and then hopefully it works out, right? Like we're going up on stage every night.
Right.
We're trying to make this something. I'm trying to make a career out of this, like, which is absurd.
Yeah.
But every time, because everybody in comedy says this, they're like, every time you're about to give up, it throws you a bone. And it's like it knows. Like, you know what I mean? It's like the universe knows. Like, and I'm sure it's happened to you with the radio station or with, you know what I mean? Or like, do you guys, I guess my question is, do you guys believe in that? Do you believe in the universe or God or whatever you want to call it? Or do you think that do you just think we're out here and we're doing it ourselves? Like, what do you think?
You know, I mean, the example, were you also thinking of Hitler's Germany?
I was thinking of yes, I was thinking
Damn,
of
I
was thinking of the meteoric rise of fascism. Yes.
I was trying to get through that line with a straight face. Like, were you also thinking of Hitler's Germany?
That really great idea. No,
no, dude.
It's okay. I'm Jewish.
Are you?
Well, yeah, my mom is. So I'm technically half Jewish, but my mom is.
That counts.
Yeah, man. Don't worry, we won't do any Israel jokes, folks. All right, they all bomb. All right, continue.
No, man. I think the moment you are deciding to quit, it pulls you in.
Right.
I feel like every time you're like, that's it, like, you're checked out. It's almost like I feel like there's been like many moments in my life not just with comedy, but just different ventures.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Anything. I mean, it's anything.
It's like there is a weird, but it's like I feel like, is it really the universe telling you, or is that your subconscious looking for that thing to make you not quit?
Right, like the red car. Like now we're all gonna see a red car when we're on our way home tonight because I
Right.
just said it. Right, like it's like, is that the universe or is that just now you're more aware? Like, I'd like to believe that it's something bigger than us. I don't know if that's just for comfort or that's just maybe that's to comfort all the risks you take. That you feel like there's like a big sky daddy that's like holding you in his hands.
Dude, I almost feel
like that.
I almost feel like the more atheistic you become, it almost becomes like you believe in God again.
Well, atheism's a religion.
Totally.
I mean, atheism, because if you really didn't believe in God, then someone who believed in God, you wouldn't care because you'd be like, I don't care.
Yeah.
Like if you tell an atheist like, yeah, no, God's real, they're like, no, he's not. It's like, aha, you care.
It is.
Aha, so you might believe it.
That was me. I was like a militant atheist.
Really?
Oh yeah, I was like, Christians are retards.
I kind of know what you mean. I wasn't necessarily an atheist. I don't know what I believed. I still kind of don't. Like that's why I say to people, like I say God, the universe, whatever you want to call it. Like I believe in something because I feel like life is just too poetic to just be chaos theory. You know what I mean? Like that's happened to me and that's happened in just life. Like, when you see something like, when something happens to like a person and you're like, like how did that fucking work out? Like,
yeah.
So to me, I'm just like, it's like Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy where they say the answer is everything in front of us, right? Like you're searching for things. The answer's here. The answer is that like we're 3 electric meat bags that are talking to each other with language.
Right.
And like we just met you now and like we're becoming friends and we're talking about stuff and it's like what question are you going to ask the universe? Like the answer is this. It's everything here. There's a desk here. This is made of the same thing I'm made of. It's crazy. And it's like I think of that, the way I take that in is like, dude, everything's here. So it's like the question is like the risk you're going to take, right? The question is like, can I do stand up? Like the question is like, are you crazy enough to be like, maybe I could fucking do it. Like maybe I can fucking do it. It's like people who are successful are just people who are fucking insane enough to fucking think they can do it and stubborn enough to just keep going. You know what I mean? Like, thank God I'm just Italian. I'm stubborn as fuck. You know what I mean? I just keep going. Like, I guess it's not even a question. I don't even know where I was going with that, but
That was well put.
Yeah, no, that's true.
So what do you guys like? What's a risk what's a risk that you're working on right now? You working on any good risks?
I just keep going back to portfolio risk. I keep going back to like, I'm looking at some German debt. I'm looking at some Argentinian bonds. Yeah, I'm looking at a few different.
Every time you get that fucking smirk, I just I love it.
There's lots. Risk is actually, there's a lot of different. Risk has so many definitions.
Tell me.
Portfolio risk, again. Ethnic.
And we're off the air. No, can I tell you something? That's actually.
You say go on.
I
No,
actually.
I don't know.
No, I like what you're saying because that's no. That is fascinating because all the different ethnicities. No, I'm kidding. No, but what you did say before was fascinating because it's like risk exists for everyone, but it's not the same for anyone. Like everyone has a different stake and different skin in the game and different like.
Yeah, I almost feel like it's not real.
Yeah, like it's like risk is so malleable that like, can you, I guess bringing it back to what you said in the beginning, like, do you have the agency to change it or to reframe it? Because you do. So it's like you and our risk is like, oh fuck, dude, I might tank my life doing this. Like,
yeah.
You know what I mean? Versus like a guy at D.E. Shaw who used to be Bezos's boss, their risk was like, oh man, I hope the fucking call on this, on this fucking Nvidia stock fucking is fulfilled or something.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, and it's like, are we even playing the same game?